Hi students, how are you all? So myself Nagappa, you are watching Appa Chemistry classes. Now our today's topic is chemical bonding. So now you try to concentrate on this chemical bonding. Easy chapter, but so many conceptual questions are there here. For NEET point of view as well as for the mains point of view, it is very helpful. So what are the question which I am explaining? For each model, I am going to cover one question. You try to watch the till the end of the video, then you will get the complete concept of chemical bonding. So what type of questions are possible to ask, so what are the different model questions you will get complete information. Okay, now you try to understand. So let's begin with the first question, that is maximum number of covalency that iodine can exhibit is. What is the maximum number of covalency? Covalency is nothing but maximum of how many bonds it can form. That is iodine, we can see there toward IF7. So that iodine can form the 7 bonds with this 7 fluorine atoms. So its covalency, maximum covalency of iodine will be how much here? 7. The maximum covalency of iodine is how much here? 7. 7 is the correct answer. Now you see the next question, that is there are some species given below. Now what are those? O2 plus CO, B2, O2 minus, NO plus, helium plus, and C2 plus 2, Cn minus 1, N2 minus 1 they given. The total number of species which have their fractional bond order they are saying. How you are going to calculate bond order? So bond order can be calculated by using formula, that is half into NB minus NA. Bond order is nothing but the number of bonds present between the atoms is called what? Bond order. Now you see in this case how many bonds are present between these molecules. So simply I will tell you, you all know about what? Nitrogen and oxygen molecule. So you see here in case of nitrogen, we have total of how many bonds will be there in between the two nitrogen atom? Triple bond is there in case of nitrogen. That is nitrogen contain how many electron? 14 electron. Means 14 electron containing molecule will have the water. How many bonds between the atoms? 3 bonds. Now if you are taking the oxygen molecule, that is 16 electron containing molecule. So whose bond order will be what? 2. In between the oxygen atom, 2 bonds are present in case of O2 molecule. Now you see in this case they had given O2 plus. Here what happens? Bond order. So bond order can be calculated if you know the molecular orbital diagrams. Okay, that is what? Molecular orbital configuration up to 14 electrons and above 14 electrons. Those two you should have the what? Clarity. That is first one is what? Sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2. So after that, so next we are going to get the what? Sigma 2px, sigma 2px, sorry, next one is pi 2py is equal to pi 2pz. Out of 3 p orbitals, we'll get the what? 2 will be pi bonds formation, 1 will be sigma bond formation, that is sigma 2px. After that, pi star 2py is equal to pi star 2pz. So after that, sigma star 2px. This is the molecular orbital configuration up to 14 electron. Then above 14 electron it will be, for above 14 electron you see, for above 14 electron the first term will be same here. So here what happens? Sigma 2px. Sigma 2px will come front here. After that, pi 2py is equal to pi 2pz. So after that what happens? Pi star 2py. After that the electron will enter into pi star 2pz. So after that last one will be sigma star 2px. What is the difference? Only difference is sigma 1s2. Here this sigma 2px will come front here in case of above 14 electron. Sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2. This star indicates the what? Anti-bonding molecular orbital. Star indicates anti-bonding molecular orbital. Without star indicate bonding molecular orbital. Now you take O2 plus. O2 plus contains the first O2 you take simply. O2 contains 16 electron. So you distribute. It is 16 means it comes under what? Above 14. So here 2 electron, 2, 2, 2. 8. 8 plus 2. 10. 10 plus 2. How much it is? 12, 12 plus 2, 14. Now here one electron, here one electron. We have to follow the what electronic principles. What are the electronic principles are there? Those all electronic principles we need to follow while distributing the electrons. Now here electrons are distributed. Now bond order is equal to what happens? How many bonding molecular orbital containing electrons will be 2, 2, here 2, here 2, here 2. So total will be 5 2s are 10 minus. So now in this case, anti-bonding contains the what? Here 2, here 2. That is 4. Here 2 electrons. So total of 6. 10 minus 6, 4 by 2. That is 2 it is. Bond order for 16 electron containing molecule, it will be 2. For 15 electron, O2 plus will be what here? 15 electron. You see here even number of electron containing molecule will have the what? Exact bond order. Now this O2 molecule will have the what? Fractional bond order. You can take it is 15 electron. So one electron is lost from which orbital? This pi star orbital. Not from the bonding molecular orbital. The electron is lost from the anti-bonding molecular orbital. You try to understand here. Then bond order will be what happens for this O2 plus 1, it is half into 10 minus 5 it will be. That is its bond order is 2.5. Next carbon monoxide you take. Carbon monoxide contain how many electron? Carbon contain 6, oxygen contain 8. So total of 14 electron. 14 electron means nitrogen configuration. You see here in case of nitrogen for N2 molecule. So for N2 that is 14 electron containing molecule. This is the configuration here. In this case 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Here 8 completed. So 10 no 12 completed. Here 14. 14 are completed. Now bond order in case of 14 electron molecules will be half into. NB electrons are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 orbital which NB electron. That is 10 electrons. Minus remaining will be 4. That is 10 minus 4 is 6 by 2. That is 3 here. So number of electrons will be how many here? 3 only. That is here the bond order is 3 between 2 nitrogen. 14 electron means bond order is also 3 here. Now next one is B2 you take. B2 contain how many electron? 10 electron. You distribute 10 electron. Up to 14 electron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 orbital only we have to take. These are the 5 orbital for boron atom. So then what happens? Here you take how many number of bonding electrons? 2 plus 2. Then 2. 6. 6 minus. How many electrons are there here? 4. 6 minus 4 by 2. That is nothing but 2 by 2. That is 1. It is having the what? Not having the fractional bond order. So it is fractional bond order. O2 minus 1 means? O2 minus 1 means? Its bond order is O2. O2 minus 1 is 17 electron. So for 17 electron bond order is equal to what happens? The extra electron is coming from, it is occupying in the anti-bonding molecular orbital. It becomes 7. That is, it becomes 1.5 bond order. It has the fractional bond order. NO plus you take. In case of NO plus, how many electron? Nitrogen 7, oxygen 8. So total will be 15. 15 minus 1, that is 14. 14 electron means it has the what? 14 electron. Nitrogen 7, oxygen 8. Okay, na. So then what happens? It will be 15 minus 1. Plus 1 is there, no? So bond order is 3. Now similarly you can take the helium plus 1. He 2 plus 1. Actually helium contains the 2 electrons. Each helium atom is 2 means 4 it will be. 4 minus 1, that is 3. So here 2 electron, here 1 electron. So that is 2 minus 1. Bond order will be what happens? Half into 2 minus 1. You just distribute here. Then what happens? How much it will be? 1 by 2. That is nothing but 0.5. It is having the what? Fractional bond order. These all are not having the O2 minus 1 is also having the fractional bond order. It is not having. Now next one is C2 plus 2 you take. C2 plus 2. So in carbon 12 actually. Okay na. So in carbon 12 it will be. But here plus 2 is there. Okay na. Plus 2 means 2 electron you have to remove. Total of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 it is. Here 2 electron. So that is 10 electron configuration is which one? Boron. So both are having the what? Same bond order. Boron will have the what? Only one order. No, its bond order is equal to 1. It is not having. Cn minus you take. Cn minus means how many electrons? Carbon 6, nitrogen 7. So that is 13. 13 plus 1 means 14. 14 electron means bond order is, it is not the fractional, it is 3. Now N2 minus 1. N2 minus 1 means how many electron? It is 15 electron. So bond order will be what happens? Half into. Here one electron is entering into bonding molecular orbital. That is what happens? 11 minus 4 it becomes. That is how much it will be? 11 minus 4 is nothing but 7 by 2. 7 by 2 is nothing but 3.5. Okay, now so which are having fractional bond order? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 species are having fractional bond order. I think so you got some clarity about this. So let's get into the next question. So which is very important one, that is this model. The number of molecule with lone pair on central atom, which are having lone pairs. Now you take here beryllium chloride, which is not having any lone pair. It has the what sp hybridization and linear shape without any lone pair. Carbon dioxide is also not having any lone pair. Boron trichloride you can take, it is also not having lone pair. But you take phosphorus, has the what one lone pair of electron is there. This molecule has the one lone pair. PCl5, phosphorus can form the 5 bonds. Okay na? So that is trigonal planar, it is a trigonal planar. Okay, 3 chlorines on the plane and 2 more chlorine will be perpendicular. There are no lone pairs at all. In SO2 molecule, one lone pair will be there. So that is one lone pair is there and 4 bond pair. Out of those, 2 will be sigma and 2 will be pi bond. In SO3 molecule, this SO2 has the what? One lone pair. Now in SO3 molecule, there are no lone pair of electrons. 6 electron involved in 6 bonding. Now XeF2 you take. In XeF2, we have only 2 will be bond pair of electron. So 2 electrons are involved in bonding formation. Remaining 6 electrons will be, 6 electrons are nothing but 3 lone pair of electron. 3 lone pair of electron. 3 lone pair of electrons are there. In XeF4 also, we have the what? 4 will be involved in bonding formation and 4 more electrons of the xenon will be having the what? Lone pair. So total of 8 valence electron no xenon. So in that 4 are involved in bonding formation. Is that clear? How many atoms with lone pair? 1, 2, 3, 4 atoms. Yes. Next question you see here. A diatomic molecule has dipole moment of 1.2 d. If the bond length is 1 angstrom, what fraction of charge does exist on each atom? They are saying. What they given? Dipole moment they given 1.2 d. So which is nothing but what? Charge into distance. Q is what here? Charge. D is what? Distance. So it is the observed dipole moment. It is observed dipole moment. We'll get the what? Observed charge. Observed charge we are going to get. Now here if the bond length is 1 angstrom. Okay na. So the bond length is what? 1 angstrom they are saying. D is equal to 1 angstrom, which is nothing but 1 into 10 power minus 8 centimeters you can convert. So in centimeters it will be. Now this debase, 1 debye is equal to 1 debye is equal to 1 into 10 power minus 18 ESU centimeter it is. 1 debye is equal to 1 into 10 power minus 18 ESU centimeters. Because the density distance between the charged species we are taking in centimeters, so we have to take in observed charge is also taken in electrostatic units. We'll get the observed charge. Observed charge is equal to, that is 1.2 into 10 power minus 18 ESU centimeter by 1 into 10 power minus 8 centimeter. Centimeter get cancelled. 10 power minus 10 it will be 1.2 into 10 power minus 10. It is the observed charge. What is the actual charge of ionic species here? Ionic species charge will be what? 4.8 into, if it is negative 1, minus 1 it is 4.8 into 10 power minus 10 ESU. Then what they are saying? What fraction? So that is fraction of charge, that is percentage of charge on each atom. Percentage of charge on each atom. Each atom will be how much here? That is observed charge by ionic charge, observed charge by ionic charge into 100. If it is, they are asking percentage. Observed one will be 1.2 into 10 power minus 10 by 4.8 into 10 power minus 10. So then what happens, it is, these two will be get cancelled. 12 by 48 is nothing but 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is nothing but 0.25. It is the fraction they are asking, 0.25. If they are asking percentage, percentage will be 25%. Is that clear? So that is the important model question. Next one you see, the dipole moment of certain diatomic molecule XY is 0.38d they given. If the XY distance is 158 picometer, the percentage of electric charge developed on X atom. So they are asking now here what charge they are asking. Now you see here dipole moment they given. Mu, observed dipole moment, is how much? 0.38 is equal to charge into distance. What is the charge here? Charge we have to find. Distance is the given 0.38 into 10 power minus 18 ESU centimeter. You convert ESU centimeter. It is equal to how much it is? Charge, observed charge, into distance is how much? 158. 1 picometer is equal to 10 power minus 10 centimeter. 10 power minus 12 meters it is a 10 power minus 10 centimeter it will be. Now you see in this case, if you take here observed charge, it will be how much it is? 0.38 into 10 power minus 18 by 158 into 10 power minus 10. You do this calculation. Yeah, by doing that calculation you will get how much? 2.4 into 10 power minus 11 you will get. So that is observed charge. What is ionic charge actually? If it is minus 1, only minus 1, then its actual charge is 4.8 into 10 power minus 10 ESU, electrostatic units. Or if you are taking here observed charge, you are taking in terms of ESU, then you will take here. If you are coulomb meter, you have to take the what? 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb you have to take. Here ESU is there, for that reason I am taking here. What they are asking? Percentage of electronic charge. Percentage of electronic charge will be how much here? Observed charge by ionic charge into 100. So observed charge is 2.4 into 10 power minus 11 by ionic charge is 4.8 into 10 power minus 10. So 24's 2's 1 by 2 is nothing but here 10 power minus 1 is there, into 100 you have to do. So then what happens? It will be into 100 means it will be 10. So 1 by 2 into 10 it is. That is how much it is? 5%. How much percentage it is? 5%. Is that clear? Yeah. Next question. The dipole moment of toluene and chlorobenzene are 0.4d and 2.6d they given. The dipole moment of parachlorotoluene is how much they are saying. Now this is what dipole moment of chlorobenzene they given. First one is toluene, no? Methyl benzene is called toluene. Next one is, it is the dipole moment of chlorobenzene they given. So now in this case here methyl benzene is there, no? This methyl benzene is act as electron donating group. Then the bond polarity will be towards this benzene ring. Is it or not? It donates the electron to this benzene ring. So its dipole moment is how much they given? 0.40. Now here chlorine is what? It is an electron withdrawing group. It is plus I group. It is chlorine is what? Minus I group. So what it will do? It withdraw the electron. So moment of bond will be away from the benzene ring. So whose dipole moment is 2.6d they given. So now what they are asking here? They are asking what is the dipole moment? What is the dipole moment of? Now what they are saying here? What is the dipole moment of parachloromethylbenzene they are saying. This is palachlorotoluene it is. So in this case, this methyl group, what it will do, it releases the electron. This chlorine, what it will do, it withdraw the electron. Then the resultant dipole moment will be in only one direction. The resultant dipole moment will be, what happens here? So whose dipole moment is 0.4, its dipole moment is 2.6, that is 2.6 plus 0.4 it is, that is it will be 3. If it is they given the opposite one, that is one is both are one is electron releasing and one is electron withdrawing, plus I minus I they given, we have to add here in para position only. If they had given both are in plus I groups, then we have to decrease we have to subtract the dipole moment, resultant dipole moment. Is that clear? Now next question is, hybrid orbital have bond angle of 120 degrees. The percentage of S character in the hybrid orbital is, what they are saying, hybrid orbital have the 120 degrees bond angle they are saying. These are the hybrid orbital, 3 hybrid orbitals which are arranged in 120 degrees. So here it is what, 120 degrees. Which hybrid orbital will have this arrangement? sp2 hybrid orbital. In that case, S character is how much they are saying? Percentage of S is equal to 1 by 3 into 100. That is nothing but 33.33% it is. Percentage of S character. Percentage of P character will be, so that is 2 by 3 into 100. That is nothing but 66.66 percentage. Okay now. So that is the percentage of S and P character in case of 120 degrees bond angle containing hybrid orbital. Next one is the ratio of pure orbital and hybrid orbital used for bonding in ethylene molecule. So this is the ethylene molecule. In ethylene molecule, each carbon participate in which hybridization? sp2 hybridization. It participate in sp2, it is also participate in sp2 hybridization. sp2 means how many hybrid orbitals? 3 hybrid orbitals. 3 hybrid orbital. Total of hybrid orbitals will be how many? 6 hybrid orbital. So carbon containing total of 4 orbital, 3 are involving in hybridization. 1 orbital is vacant. 1 orbital not participating in hybridization. That hybrid orbital is said to be what? Pure orbital. So here one pure orbital, here one pure orbital. Total of 2 pure orbitals are there. So here 2 carbons contain 2 pure orbital. Each hydrogen containing 1s orbital is also not participate in hybridization. So here one, here one, here one, here one. Total of 4 pure orbital from hydrogen atom, 2 pure orbitals from carbon atom. So total pure orbital will be how many? 6 pure orbital. So what they are saying, ratio between pure orbital to hybrid orbital ratio they are asking, 6 by 6, that is nothing but 1. Is that clear? Yeah, next one, the number of p pi d pi bonds in SOCl2 molecule. You see here sulfur, it is thionyl chloride. This sulfur has the what? One oxygen here, and these are the 2 chlorine atoms. Actually it is a pyramidal shape. Now it is one sulfur here. Sorry. So here total of how many electrons are involved here? 4. Now 2 more electrons are present here on the lone pair. One is present on the lone pair. The number of p pi d pi bonds in SOCl2 molecule. Here sulfur valency cell configuration is 3s2 3p4 3d0 it is. By seeing this configuration, it can form only of how many bonds? It can form 2 bonds. But what happened? The sulfur is forming the what? How many? 4 bonds it is forming. Means we should get the what? 4 unpaired electrons. So what we have to do? We have to do the excitation of electrons. So one electron is excited here. Then what happens? 3s2 3p3 3d1 it is. Now you see in this case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here 1 electron. 3p contains 3 electrons. Now this 3s contain 2 electrons here. Now this s here 3p orbitals are involved in hybridization. sp3 hybridization it is. And here one unhybridized d orbital will be there. No? That unhybridized d orbital is overlapping with it is what? Unhybridized d orbital of sulfur atom, and here p orbital, oxygen will have the what electronic configuration is 2s2 2p4. Now which contains the what two unpaired electrons here. One unpaired electron is end-to-end overlapping with hybrid orbital and forming the sigma bond. Another unpaired electron is participating in d pi p pi overlapping. D pi p pi overlapping. So how many bonds are there? D pi b pi bonds. Only one bond in thionyl chloride. If you are taking SO2Cl2, sulfuryl chloride, here how many bonds are there? 2 d pi p pi bonds are there. How many? 2 d pi p pi bonds will be there here. 2 d pi p pi bonds. But whereas in case of thionyl chloride, only 1 d pi p pi bond is there. Next one. The maximum number of equal PO bonds in P2O7 minus 4 ion is they are asking. Now you see here this phosphorus always forms the what? It is having the what? 5 bonds it has to be formed. Now this phosphorus is also able to form the what? 5 bonds here. Now you see in this case each phosphorus atom gets the what? 3 oxygen atom. Each 2 oxygens are having the negative charge. Total is what? Minus 4. Total is P2O7 minus 4 it is. So that is the actual structure of P2O7 minus 4 it is. Now you see in this case how many PO bonds are there? PO bonds 1, 2, 3 here. So here 1, 2, 3. Total of PO bonds will be 6 PO bonds are there. How many P double bond O bonds are there here? 2 P double bond O. Here 1, here 1. How many POP bonds are there? Only one POP bond. They are asked this PO bonds. So how many it is? 6. Is that clear? You see the number of bonds in tetracyanoethylene they are saying. What is tetracyanoethylene they are saying? 2 carbons. Total of how many cyanides? 4 cyanides. That is 1 cyanide here. Tetracyanoethene. They are saying tetracyanoethylene. So it is tetracyanoethylene. You have to write like this structural form. So the number of bonds in tetracyanoethylene will be how many here? Here 3 bonds, here 3 bonds, here also 3, 3. So total 12. 12 plus 1. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Total of 18 bonds are there. Out of 18 bonds, how many are the pi bonds here? Here 2 pi bonds will be there. 2 pi bonds. Here also 2 pi bond. Like that how many? 2 pi bonds here. Here also 2 pi bond. 8 pi bonds plus 1. That is 9 pi bonds are there. Remaining will be what? Sigma bonds. That is 9 sigma bonds, 9 pi bonds in the tetracyanoethylene. Is that clear? Now next one. Next question you see. The number of completely filled pi molecular orbital in ground state of benzene molecule. So actually this is the benzene molecule. So in benzene molecule what happens? Total of 6 p orbitals are there which are participating in pi bonding. Which are involved in pi bonding overlapping. Total of 6 orbitals are there in each benzene. So out of those 6 p orbitals, 6 pi molecular orbital. So here in this case total how many? 6 are there, no? So total of here, yeah, in this case total of 6 molecular orbital. Out of 6 molecular orbitals, so 3 will be bonding molecular orbital, 3 will be anti-bonding molecular orbital. These are anti-bonding molecular orbitals, anti-bonding molecular orbital. These are bonding molecular orbital which are having the what? Lower energy, which are having the what? Higher energy. This is the energy order if you are taken. So then what happens here? These are bonding molecular orbital. These are anti-bonding molecular orbital, higher energy, lower energy, bonding molecular orbital. So here these bonding molecular orbitals are 3 molecular orbitals are completely filled here in ground state. So in ground state how many completely filled bonding molecular orbitals are there? So 3 bonding molecular orbital. Total molecular orbitals will be 6. In benzene molecule total of how many molecular orbitals are there? 6 pi molecular orbital. These all will be what? 6 pi molecular orbitals only. 6 pi molecular orbitals. Out of 6 pi molecular orbital, 3 will be anti-bonding molecular orbital, 3 will be bonding molecular orbital. Is that clear? So completely filled one will be 3 will be completely filled one. Next, the number of non-bonding electron in nitrogen molecule. We know that according to valency bond theory. So here in between the two nitrogen atom we have the what 3 pi bonds are there. Out of 3 pi bonds, one will be sigma bond, 2 will be pi bond. Actually nitrogen has the what 5 number of valence electron. So out of 5 valence electron, they are involving in the sharing with the other 3 nitrogen atom. So 2 electrons are not participating in chemical bond. These are called what? Non-bonding electrons. They are not asking the non-bonding electron pairs, that is lone pairs. They are asking non-bonding electrons. Here 2, here 2. Total 4 electrons it will be. Non-bonding electrons are how many? 4. Now next one, the bond order in ClO. In ClO3 minus 1. What is this one? Chlorate ion. What it is? Chlorate ion. You see in this case, in chlorate ion we have one lone pair is there and 3 oxygen. Out of 3 oxygen, 2 oxygens are with double bond, 1 oxygen with 1 negative charge. Now you see here the total number of bonds will be how many here? Total of 5 bonds are there. Okay, now bond order between the ClO they are saying. Chlorine to oxygen, how many bonds are there? Total of 5 bonds which are sharing between the what? 3 atoms. That is 5 by 3 it is. 5 by 3 is nothing but 3 ones are 2. That is how much? 3 6 are 18. Again 6 we will get. It is taken as 1.67. That is the bond order of ClO in case of ClO3 minus. Because these all bond order, this pi bond will come here, the negative charge will be shifted here. The negative charge may be shifted. This will be always, these pi bonds are shifting between these 3 oxygen atom. So total number of bonds will be 5. So those are delocalizing between the 3 atoms. So 1.61. Now how many sp hybrid orbitals are there in alene molecule of C3H4? That is, alene is nothing but what here? The 3 carbon. The carbon and carbon we have the what? Double bond. These carbons are said to be what? Alene carbons. Now this carbon has the what? 2 hydrogens. This carbon also has the 2 hydrogen. Now you see here each carbon has satisfied its tetravalency. It is called what? Alene molecule. In this alene molecule, the central carbon participate in sp hybridization. The terminal carbons are participate in sp2. It is also sp2 molecule hybridization. Now sp hybridization means how many hybrid orbital it is? 2 hybrid orbital. It will be 2 hybrid orbital. They are asking the number of hybrid orbitals. How many sp hybrid orbitals are there in the alene molecule of C3H7? That is 2 hybrid orbitals of sp hybridization. Is that clear? Now you see here total number of covalent bonds between carbon and carbon atom in C3O2 molecule is they are saying. So here you should able to write its structure first thing. So now you see in this case carbon, how many carbons are there? 3 carbons. So each carbon should have the 4 bonds. This is what? CO2 molecule. That is C3O2 molecule. Now in this case the covalent bonds between the carbon atom they are saying. Carbon to carbon, here 2 covalent bonds are there, here 2 covalent bonds are there. Total of how many covalent bonds? 4 covalent bonds are there. 4 covalent bonds. Okay na? So you should able to write that structure. Next one, based on Vespar theory, the number of 90 degrees which are present in bromine to bromine F angles in BRFI. Actually this bromine Fi is there, no? It has the what? Square pyramidal. It has the what? Shape of square pyramidal it is. So it is 1 fluorine, here 1 lone pair. So it is a square pyramidal. If it is octahedral, then it is having the what? 90 degrees. But it is a square pyramidal. Which hybridization it is? Which hybridized molecule it is? Total of how many sigma bonds? 5 plus 1 sigma bond. So hybrid orbital is equal to 5 plus 1 lone pair. That is 6. 6 number of hybrid orbital means which hybridization it is? sp3d2. So but it is square pyramidal due to presence of lone pair of electron. In square pyramidal there are no 90 degrees at all. So there are BRF bond angle 90 degrees containing one will be 0 number of angles are there with 90 degrees. Is that clear? Now next one is maximum number of planar atom in SF6 molecule. You see in SF6 molecule sulfur participate in sp3d2 hybridization. So sp3d2 hybridization, it has the what octahedral shape. So in octahedral molecule, so here the 4 fluorines and 1 sulfur will be present in the plane, but whereas these 2 fluorines are there, no, they are present, one is above the square and another one is below the square, like this. It has the what octahedral shape. It has the octahedral shape. So total number of atoms which are present in the plane will be 4 fluorine atom, 1 sulfur. That is total number of 5. That is 4 fluorine plus 1 sulfur which is present in the plane. The maximum number of atoms which are present in the plane they are saying, no. So total 5. So next one, in CHO there are X number of non-bonding electron pairs and Y is what sigma bonds and Z is pi bonds. Then the sum of X, Y, Z they are asking. Now first thing you need to able to write this structure of HCHO. HCHO is nothing but formaldehyde. HC double bond O H it is. Now you see here the carbon is getting 4 bonds, oxygen is getting 2 bonds. So each one is satisfying. This oxygen contains the what total of 6 electrons, no. So now you see here 2 electrons are involving in bonding formation, 2 will be lone pair of electron. Total 6 electron in its valency cell. So carbons 4 electrons are participating. Now you see here number of non-bonding electron will be X is equal to number of non-bonding electron pairs they are saying. Electron pairs are 2. Y is what here sigma bonds. These are lone pair of electrons. Lone pairs. Lone pairs. How many lone pairs? 2. So here Y is equal to what? Sigma bonds. How many? 1, 2, 3 here. So 3 sigma bonds. These are sigma bonds are how many? 3. Now Z is what? How many pi bonds? 1. Then what they are saying? Sum of X, Y, Z they are saying. X plus Y plus Z is equal to 2 plus 3 plus 1. That is how much it is? 6. Is that clear? So total number of electrons that take part in forming bonds in C2H4 molecule. In C2H4 molecule, any molecule you take, which electron participate in chemical bond formation? Only valence electron. Carbon has the 4 valence electrons. Hydrogen has the 1 valence electron. 1 valence electron. Now you see here such type of carbons are how many? 2. 2 into 4 means 8. So 4 into 1 means how much it will be? 4. That is 8, 4, 12. So 12 number of electron that take part in bond formation in C2H4 molecule. So answer is 12. Now next. So what is the only valence electron participate in chemical bond? Next one. What is the total number of ions present in one unit cell of NaCl? In unit cell of NaCl, what happens here? This is the unit cell of NaCl. It is actually phase-centered cubic crystal. It is NaCl. Now in this case what happens here? The sodium atoms are present in the 12 edges. The sodium atoms are present in the 12 edges and one of the chlorine atom is present in the center of the body. That is how many atoms are there? For example, sodium ions you take. How many number of sodium ions contribute towards the 1 unit cell? For 1 unit cell, if you are taking for an 1 unit cell, the number of atoms of sodium ions will be 12 edges. Each 12 edges are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 edges are there. So each edge is sharing with the what? 4 other unit cells. That is 12 into 1 by 4. And each center will have the what? 1 chlorine atom. 1 chlorine atom is surrounded by 12 sodium ions on the 12 edges. That is which are each edge which will be shared with the what? 4 other unit cells. plus 1 chlorine atom, it is fixed for the that body only, that is 1 into 1, that is number of sodium ions will be how many here? So 4, that is 3 plus 1, that is 4 sodium ions. What about chloride ion? If that chlorine ion is occupied, if the sodium ion is occupied in the center, then remaining chloride ions will be present on the 12 edges, that is 12 into 1 by 4 plus 1, that is nothing but what? 3 plus 1, that is 4. So 4 will be sodium ions, 4 will be chloride ions. Total will be how many here? 8 ions are present per unit cell. In per unit cell, how many ions are there per unit cell? It will contribute the 4 sodium ions and 4 chloride ions in and per unit cell. Now next one is total contribution of corner ions to the unit cell of cesium chloride. Now you see here the cesium chloride will have the what? Body centered cubic crystal. See here, these are the solid state related questions. Okay na? So in solid state I had explained you already. Those who not watched once, you go through with that solid state numericals also. Cesium chloride is BCC structure, body centered cubic crystal. Here each atoms are present on the 8 corners and one atom is present in the center of the body. Now what they are saying, total contribution of corner ions to the unit cell. Only corner ions. How many corner ions? 8 corner ion. Each ion is sharing with the 8 other unit cells, 8 into 1 by 8. That is nothing but only one ion will be contribute towards the unit cell by the corner atoms. Now next, total number of molecules of ions required for the formation of 1 mole of magnesium chloride. Now to form this 1 mole of magnesium chloride, we need the water 1 magnesium ion, 1 mole of magnesium ion and 2 moles of chloride ions are needed. So total moles are how many? 3 moles of ions are needed. 3 moles of ions are needed for the formation of 1 mole of magnesium chloride. Now next, the total number of sodium ions present per unit cell of NaCl. Here only just I had explained you in this question number 21. So sodium ions are how many? 4. Now here also same thing, number of sodium ions, number of sodium ions per unit cell. Per unit cell it will be what? So sodium ions are present on the 12 edges. Each edge was shared by the 4 other unit cells, plus one of the atom is present in the center, that is 3 plus 1, that is 4 sodium ions are present per unit cell. Per unit cell 4 sodium ions are present. Is that clear? Yeah, next question is question number 25. Calculate the I to I distance in nanometer for a given compound H2C2I2. If Ci bond length is 2.35 angstroms, then sin 60 is equal to 0.866 they given. Now you see in this case, calculate the II distance they are saying for this compound. So first you try to write its structure here. So how many carbons are there? 3 carbons. How many iodines are there? On each carbon you take the 1 carbon, you take the 2 iodines. On carbon 2 hydrogen. Now tetravalency of carbon is satisfied by taking the double bond here. Okay, that is the actual structure of the molecule. Now you see here these two are the what? 2 iodines. Now its bond angle, its hybridization is which hybridization? It is sp2. So those who know the shortcuts, those who want the shortcuts of hybridization, you can see the in reaction mechanism, hybridization videos are separate. Just you visit in my channel and you type here hybridization, there you will find the so many shortcuts for the calculation of hybridization. Very important one. Now sp2 hybridization means bond angle is how much here? 120 degrees it is. Now what they are saying, the distance between this I to I they are saying, this I to I distance they are asking. Now first you divide this total one is there, no, this one you divide into this, just you make the one perpendicular line on this carbon. So then what happens, we are going to get the what? One triangle here. One triangle we are getting, that is, let's say for example it is O. Now then what happens, we are getting COI triangle we are getting, is it or not? So then what happens, if you are taking this is angle will be what happens, 60 degrees, this angle is 60 degrees. Now you see here whenever we are taking the sin theta will be what happens, opposite side by hypotenuse, opposite one by hypotenuse, opposite one will be what, IO, by hypotenuse is which one, IC. This is IC or CI. So they given the what, sin theta here. Theta is how much here? Theta is how much? 60 degrees. In the diagram we are getting 60 degrees. Sin 60 is equal to IO by CI, distance is they given, that is 2.35 angstroms. 2.35 angstroms we got. Now in this case, from this IO distance will be what happens? So sin 60 is 0.866 into 2.35. So you multiply these two, you will get the approximately 2.035 you will get approximately. Okay, now that is you considered as simply 2 you consider. I to O distance is 2. Now you see in this diagram, the II distance will be, I to I distance is what, 2 times the, I to I distance is 2 times the IO distance, is it or not? Now you see here, this is IO, this is IO. If you are adding these two only, then you will get the what, total distance. That is 2 into 2, that is 4. It is what, angstroms. We are getting in terms of angstroms. But they are asking in terms of, in the question they are asking the nanometers. So to convert into nanometer, 1 angstrom is equal to 10 power minus 1 nanometers. Then what happens in terms of nanometer, I to I distance will be 4 into 10 power minus 1, that is nothing but 0.4 nanometers. Is that clear? So this is about what, complete chemical bonding objective questions which we had seen. So try to make a note of it, each and every concept, and which I had explained, all the model questions. Those all model questions are very important. So in this model only you may expect the questions. Is that clear? Thank you. Have a nice day. Keep watching Appa Chemistry classes.